Okay, so today we're going to continue on, and one thing I didn't realize, and I realized it when I looked at the back at the reference implementations, is the transfer from is actually allows someone to transfer from a given account without, and so there has to be some aspect of permission. So the way they explain it here is, let's see, where they explain it really well in here. Transfer from. So let's have a look at this. It's used from withdrawing. So you're basically transferring tokens. The contract is transferring tokens on your behalf. So that's where the approve comes in. And what we're going to do is we're going to implement approve. And what approve does, so let's see, returns the amount, let's see, so the contract to prevent, okay. Okay, so this is what they're talking about, setting the allowance to 0 before setting to another value. So what approve does is it checks if this provides let's look at the reference because I want to see that. So here's an example of the approve method. So it sets the allowed is the value for that message sender and the spender. Then it sets the emits approval. Remember, this is required for this. Let me look at the other one because this seems. So it's taking the spender and a value, and what it's saying, I think, is you're allowing that spender to spend up to that value. So let's look at it here. You notice this reference uses increase allowance. So basically what it does is it's setting the amount that the owner is going to set, allow this spender to spend. So let's have a look here. Let's do that first. So we're taking a spender. So this, let's do this and get rid of this because it's not going to like that. And what we're going to do is we've got the where did it go? Allowances. So we're mapping an address to an address. So what we want here, I believe, is what? Now, may want to put a check that we'll do something like this. And that would be spender. Cannot approve And I believe what we're gonna need to do is, yeah, it wants that admit approval. And this is gonna be return true. Emit, let's see. And that would be, I believe, let's go up here and look at our, oh wait, it's down to find down here. So the owner and the sender and what? Yeah. And then underscore, that's right here, spender, and we need the amount, so that would be value, and there we go, and it returns true. I'm just looking at, so they did a little different. I'm gonna go based on this definition here. And let's see if it likes that. What did I do wrong here? Oh. We don't need the online here. We just need this comma and that, yeah. So now for the regular TransferFrom, first of all, we have to, let's see, you do all your test ahead of doing this. So in here we are going to balances from, okay, so that's already taken care of, but we also have to check that let's see, that would be allowances from and to is greater than the value. So this would be require. You must have the necessary allowance. And that looks good. Oh, well, we're going to check the balances from here. And then what you need to do, once the transfer is completed, you got to do this. You got to do see if I get this right. Minus equal. And there you go. Now, approve, so we got approve, where actually, I don't think we use that, and that's a separate, now, what they also did, okay, the final thing is a public way of seeing the allowance, and that would be very simple. Whoop. You very simply return so I'm going to take this and copy it and then just change it to owner. Instead of message sender. There we go. So, now we have all the basic methods. Let's make sure it's happy. So what does it not like now? Okay. And again, these are warnings. And this is also. So, made some changes here. And now we pretty much have all the main functions done. And now again, these were commented out because they are defined in the interface, which is ERC-20. The other thing we did is, now I put safe math here. I probably need to change it to take advantage of that. And let me look at safe math. Dot. So let's see what we got. Okay, so we got mul sub, got add. So what this does is it gives you a little bit more protection. So that's another thing we can do here, where we're adding or subtracting. So instead of this, we can do something like sub. Let's see if it likes that. I have to use, that's right. If I'm gonna import it, I have to use it. Let me just see where that is. Forget where you put the use. But, so I'm gonna look at the example here, because they do use, where is using import? Okay, trying to remember where you use it in Solidity. Let me see, I think I may do it in using, so it is, so it's using. So this would be here. I don't know if that's using, I have to look this thing up because I don't, that's using keyword, okay. Okay. So what we want to do here, let's see if I understand it correctly, using safe math for, so I should be able to do here, and we'll see if this works. Dot sub and there we go. Let's see if that likes that. Sometimes this UI will there. Now let's get that. Okay. Now what doesn't symbol there we go. There. Now it's all happy. So what we need to do here is using safe math, what is it, as 4. Okay, now we can try this here. See if I can get this, if this is what I want. So it would be here. And value. So save that and like that. So that's good. Which means we can use this throughout. So we would use it here, same thing. And this would be dot add, and value. Let's see if there's anything else where we're adding or subtracting. Let's see. is there. And it looks all happy, so let's double check that. And it looks like it built. So this is our basic thing now. A couple of things to point out. We made some changes. I did not realize that TransferFrom required the allowances. I did not. I incorporated also the safe math, so we changed that where we had math, and we did our approved function, and we did our allowance function is just really a getter, and we did our admit, and it all compiles. Now there's other things we can do. What you'd want to do now is do a little cleanup. We can add the mine and the burn, and one of the reference examples use that. We can also do another transfer from that, let's see what I did. Where was it? Where was it? Where I just, oh yeah. One of the other references did not use message.approve. So theoretically you can have an owner here, but the spec, let's look at the official spec. If I can, okay, approve does not have, so this is correct. So, and of course you'd may want to add some comments, and you know, there are some other things you can do, but this is your basic ERC-20 contract here, and it meets the requirements. Now, the other thing that I was debating with this is whether you need it. The reference implementations did not have this, and you can control this with the UI. The other thing they recommend is before you set the approve, you set the allowance to 0 just to, as a security thing. Let me see exactly what they want. Here, let me show this. And, oh, so it's already up. So hopefully. Okay, so this says that to prevent attacks vectors, allows them to do, like the one described here, clients should make sure that they create interfaces in such a way they set the allowance first to 0 before setting it to another value for the same spender, though the contract itself should not enforce it. So you could probably, let's see here, you want to do the same thing with the balance as well, because again the reference implementation did not have it, so maybe I was being a little too clever there, but yeah, so now we have our own little coin, and the next step would be to try it out and exercise it on an actual chain, and we'll take it from there. So if you enjoyed this, if you found this useful and learned something, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, give a like, tell your friends about it, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.